So in this lesson we are going to be looking at column subtraction. It's a decimal column subtraction, so I have already dropped down my decimal because I need to remember to do that to make my answer correct. So I am going to start here. My sum would look like this normally, so 6,197.3, and I'm subtracting 4,081.05. Here I have currently an empty space in my hundredths column. In order to make my subtraction easier, I would put a 0 in that place, that placeholder there. So I can now look at the sum and I can see I should be doing 0, subtract 5. I can't subtract 5 from 0, so I need to go next door to the tenths column. So I'm going to the tenths column and I'm going to have to exchange 1/10 into 10 hundredths, and I'm going to have to make that one smaller. So I now have 10 hundredths subtract 5 hundredths, which gives me 5. I have 2 tenths subtract 0 tenths, which gives me 2 tenths. I have 7 subtract 1, nice and easy, 6. 9 subtract 8, nice and easy, 1. Let's change this number actually. Let's turn that into a 3. 1 subtract 3, again I can't do 1 subtract 3, so I have to go next door to my thousandths. And I have to exchange one of my thousandths, so making that one time smaller, into 10 tenths. So I know 10 hundredths, sorry. So I now have 10 hundredths and 1 hundredth, so 11 hundredths. Take away 3 hundredths, so that's going to be 8. And now I'm left with 5 minus 4, which is 1. So my answer will be 1,816.25. If I was going to do this as a part whole model, the number that would go in the top, my total, the thing that I'm taking away from in the first place, is the biggest number. So it's 6,197.3. Again, you could write the 0 if you want to. And the two parts that I've subtracted are these two parts. So I have subtracted 4,381.05, which has left me with 1,816.25. So I now know if I add these two together, I will get 6,197.3. Or I know if I subtract 4,381.05, I will be left with that, and vice versa. If I subtract that from this, I'll be left with that. So this would look exactly the same on a bar model. My total is 6,197.3, and my two parts, I have a smaller part and a larger part. So actually I'll represent that line a bit more like that. My smaller part is 1,816.25, and my larger part is 4,381.05. So again, I know that if I subtract 1,816.25 from this, I'll be left with this, and if I subtract this from this, I'll be left with this. So the model, you can use it in any way. Okay, so that's what how we would cover it in class, and how you should be doing it if you're doing it from home.